They're off and racing over the 1200, and breaking out well is Every Day. Also lying up handily in the early stages, Life's a Beach towards the outside. A little bit of early scrimmaging with Stob not too far off the pace, and out wider is Al Raki as they head towards the turn. Peak Perfect is out a bit wider on the track, as shortly they'll be beginning this left-handed swing back towards the home straight. Dire Albalad is up towards the outside, but has a little bit of work to do. So they're heading left-handed back towards the entrance to the home straight, and at around about 60 kilometres an hour. It is Life's a Beach holding sway here by around about a length on the turn to, in second position, Al Raki, and then in third is Stob as they're coming around the final part of the corner towards the outside. Every Day in that red noseband is trying to improve, but it is Life's a Beach who's going well. Racing now inside the final 300 metres. Life's a Beach is 2 lengths ahead. Giving chase towards the outside is Al Raki, only a length and a half to 2 down, and then Stob back in third, but Life's a Beach is finding plenty at the moment. Life's a Beach and Ali Al-Mamoni out in front by 2.5 lengths and doing enough to win. Life's a Beach it is, off the mark. And they're away. Slightly awkward beginning there for Kabu Seya from stall 3, but pushed forward is Al Hasharaya, who's one of the first ones to show. Akko Serra also prominent in the orange colours, and from wider out is Al Kasaf Al Tarub, who's now lying up handily as well. A little wider out on the track is the grey Mortager, and that one racing in company with Alea Al Elm as they're making the left-handed run out of the far straight. Yaktase is following those with Sati Al Maidan up around the outside. Shefnak is back in behind those and a couple of lengths away to Al Azra, who has some work to do from there, the dark blue with the yellow cap, as they're making this left-handed run back towards the straight. Toronto brought to the wide outside, but up front it is Al Hasaraya over towards the inside of Al Hakas Al Tarub, who's now being ridden along, and deeper out of those is the grey Mortager. They are the first 3 to straighten up for the judge. Al Azra is beginning to gain on them towards the inside, and so is Yaktase in the light blue colours down the outer, but Al Hasaraya has kicked again, less than 200 to run. It is out in front, Al Hasaraya, with now Al Azra coming home strongly, the yellow cap, and here is Yaktase down the outside, finishing off best of all, and Yaktase under Abdullah Al Feruz getting on top to win. And they're away, off and racing. Ursula got a good beginning, is one of the first to show. Wissam Al-Sharjah is also prominent, although now just tucking in behind. Al-Makam Al-Rafieh not too far off them, and now coming through from wider out Kayada as they head towards the turn, which will bring them out of the back straight. And as they've done so, racing on into a clear lead now is Saad Al-Aiz, and Saad Al-Aiz has gone around about 3 to 4 lengths ahead already from in second place Kayadar as they're on the home turn. Najm Al-Medmar is a little wider out on the track with back in behind those Tawi, that one the yellow with the blue sleeves, and then over to the inside is Nasima, but at the moment this is a one-horse race. It looked fairly competitive on paper beforehand, but they've all got to go some to get to this leader, which is Saad Al-Aiz, and Khalid Al-Mamoni swinging into the home straight at some 6 or 7 lengths ahead, has shown very blistering early speed. Can this horse keep going? Kayadar giving chase in at second, still about 5 or 6 down. They're playing for places in behind at the moment. Najm Al-Medmar with late headway up the inside from Hall, and they are now beginning to get to this leader who's tying up Saad Al-Aiz. Here come the challengers. Hall is bursting through and wider out on the track. Najm Al-Sari as they go close home, going to be very tight at the line. Goodness me, what a finish. and they break away, off and running. Morrisil was a little bit slow to break into stride, but ridden away from the stalls, Al-Majid Al-Majid down along the inner is the first one to show, with Yaflan close up in yellow with a blue cap and Salfar a little wider, and deeper out on the track in these early stages to find Asif, who's not too far off the pace either. Working back then to Kamra Al-Mohammadia, who's up around the outside in company with Al-Yabani as they head towards the end of the back straight. Shahan Al-Mohammadia is following those through at this point and is in company with Farhood as they leave the far straight behind them. And up front now it is Asif over towards the inside, showing up prominently here with on the outer Daidan, who's now crossed over from that wide draw to show up prominently as well. The two of them booting away from in at third position Al-Majid Al-Majid as they're heading back towards the home straight. Diamond Shadow running quite a promising race on debut, although racing very wide around the home turn. So racing on in, and Daidan and Camilo Ospina go to the front and they move away by a couple to Asif in second as they gallop down to the final 200 metres of the journey. Yaflan has now moved through into third spot and challenges for second place, but this is surely all over. Don't want to speak too soon. We saw what happened in the earlier race, but that will not happen here. It is Daidan, Camilo Ospina second on debut. Today goes one better, wins in style. Daidan is the winning. They're often racing. They go without Molahek, who refused to enter the starting stalls. For this 1,400-metre locally bred horse's maiden, Art in the green and white colours is away sharply, with Yosadek up around the outside, and in the red colours, Zamar is not too far away either. Ala Jarbo is wider out on the track, and Nomas Nasser in the gold sleeves is also on the heels of the leading couple. They're being followed over to the inside by Saif Azam as tightly grouped. They head towards the end of the back straight. Hayardi is in the second half of the field at this point, along with Mahabas and also Kayed Al Fursan, who'll be late on the premises. Left-handed they come and on towards home at nearly 59 kilometres an hour. And it is Art, who's got plenty of experience of Taif, showing narrowly in front as they swing left-handed. Yosadek, though, keeping close company. And they're being followed by Saif Azam along the inside, with in-behind runners Ala Jarbo making serene progress towards the outer. Zamar is being driven along at this stage and has got a couple of lengths to find as they're working their way on in, and Art kicks for home and now puts daylight between himself and in second position, battling away down the outside, but not making any impression at the moment, Yosadek. And then down the far outside, Zamar is finally beginning to get rolling, as is Kayed Al Fursan from a long way back. But today is Art's day. Art, always prominent, strides to the line with purpose and wins well. And away they go. And one of the first ones to show, Nasea, has got out quite well in a black and yellow coloured jacket, and also racing well to the fore in these early stages, Tadribi down along the inside. Mostese is a little bit wider out on the track, deeper still to the grey Anna Al-Wafi, and also well to the fore in these early stages is Nayazi, the red sleeves and cap, as they race towards the end of the back straight. And as they do so, Al-Zamawi is following these and working back through the field to find vision as they're now making the left-handed run. Kabar is next over towards the inside inside then Layli Al-Majd, but as they're galloping left-handed back towards home, Alodwi has now come through up towards the outside of along the inside, and bang there as well is Hodhori as they're making the journey back towards the straight, and Nashea as well. So Nashea over towards the inside is showing fractionally ahead on the home turn. Alodwi though up towards the outer trying to deliver a challenge, and then driven hard to the outside is Anna Al-Wafi, who's trying to lay a glove on them. Tad Reeby now getting involved as well, but head momentarily went in the air. Hodhori finishing off nicely down the outside as they make the journey on down to the final furlong. Nashea in front to Hodhori on the outside. So these two horses racing on together, and it's Hodhori now who's come through to take it up. Hodhori moving away, Kabar finishing nicely over to the inside. Aloz is also late on the scene, but it's Hodhori in front and all out to win by a length and a half. And out they come. They're off and racing with Mamayo Galoon beginning well, the grey. Through along the inside, Tea Hassan, and out wider of them, Yarub. And it's a steady early gallop as they race through the opening couple of 100 metres. Dirgam Al Ansari is up towards the outside. Arsalan is following. Further down the pack then to Shemek Al Kaladir. And Dirgam Al Ghaziat is quite a long way back in last as they sort themselves out. They've moved on past the 1,000-metre marker, and it is Yarub who cuts out the pace here to Dirgam Al Ansari, who's now up into second place ahead of Tea Hassan running in third. Arsalan is in fourth in the yellow and red jacket, and then comes Mama Yogaloon with over towards the inside Shemek Al Kaladir, and Dirgam Al Ghaziat is a long way behind them. The others are pretty tightly clustered though, as they're making the journey back towards the entrance to the home straight. Less than 600 metres to run, just the 50 kilometres an hour for them at the moment. And it is Yarub, the orange sleeves, with Dirgam Al Ansari in second. Now progress made from Arsalan on the wide outside. And Arsalan comes through to take perhaps a narrow lead on the home turn, slightly crosses over in front of the fading Dirgam Al Ansari. Yarub still battling away to the inside, so Yarub a neck in front to Arsalan in second, who certainly drew up sides. Not sure whether he went past. Will he go past? Al Ansari then towards the outside of Yarub, and the newcomer Yarub is proving quite resolute over towards the inner. Arsalan beginning to hang in second and is just not going to go by. It is Yarub coming home in front to make a winning Saudi start. And racing, and Sata just swerved a little bit right-handed on exiting the stalls and is in the second half of the field early. Full Marks is away quite well though down along the inside in the red and black colours, but now coming through from a much wider out, Cigar to take over and races in company with Baseman, and now on the wide outside coming through to head them off as they make this turn, Canoed, as they make the journey on left-handed out towards the far side of the track. Looks to be a good early pace as well. Canoed showing up narrowly in front over Baseman in second, and then Cigar running in third place. That one over towards the inside as they now make the journey into the back straight. As they do so, back in the ruck early on Barrett, who's over towards the inner. American Dancer working out wider on the track. Craft in Silk is not a millimetre million miles off the pace either. Down the pack at this point is Almastorad and also Sausalito, who's in that yellow-coloured jacket. Full Marks has just slid back through the field over towards the inside. Well down at this point is Estopel in a green-coloured jacket. Just You Wait is also well down as they're now preparing to make the left-handed turn out of the back straight. And as they do so, it is Baseman narrowly from on the outside Cigar as they're heading left-handed. Cigar now moving on from Baseman and Canood. Canood has gone back through into second place, but Cigar and Mohamed Aloubail travelling well here, and they've moved away by 3 lengths, and that looked to be a fairly confident look behind as well there from Aloubail on the leader, who's going further and further away. The top horse, Cigar, by 8 lengths on swinging in, and they now make the journey on towards the final 400 metres. It's now a 10-length lead for Cigar. Can he hang on? Canood is in second. Body line up towards the outside with Full Marks. They're giving chase, but Cigar is going to have to hit a brick wall to lose. Is the best part of 12 lengths ahead. Full Marks in second. It's clearly second best at the moment. Has moved a long way ahead of the third, but it is Cigar out in front, and Cigar, although getting a little bit tired in the closing stages, has absolutely run them ragged here and is going to come home by a wide margin to win. Cigar and Mohamed Aloubail first. And running. Breaking the line, Moga is going to lead them through the very early strides, but now coming through to take over is Makram Al Khaladiya, and Makram Al Khaladiya at what is a bit of a crawl will bring them down past the stands for the first time. Radwa Al Khaladiya now moves into second. Moga, under restraint along the inside, is now back to fourth as Alesia moves third. Back marker of the 5 is Azar. So left-handed they go, and out towards the far side of the track. The 2 Al Khaladiya runners up front here with Radwa Al Khaladiya, number 5, up around the outside of Makram Al Khaladiya, horse 2. And then 4 Alesia, the orange and purple colours, taking a little closer order now as they venture off into the back straight. And further back then to 3 Azar. And finally Moga, number 1, plummeting to last position. So racing down the far side of the track, there's the 1200 metre marker. That's 6 furlongs from home in this concluding Arabian Horses Fillies Maiden. And up front, to the inside, Radwa Al Khaladiya, and on the outside, Alesia. And they've just moved away by around about 3 to 4 lengths. Less than 5 furlongs to run. Makram Al Khaladiya back in third, getting a bit of a toe in now. Has opened up on the others. Moga is in fourth, and Azar struggling the back marker of the 5. Back for home they head. Less than half a mile to go, and it is Alesia who has the advantage now. Seems to have mastered Radwa Al Khaladiya, but Makram Al Khaladiya looking quite menacing now. Has got to within a length and a half of the leader and is edging nearer all the time. And then Moga up towards the outer, that one running on a little bit as they're now galloping back towards the home straight. Makram Al Khaladiya on the outside of Alesia, and a couple of furlongs from home we don't know the winner. Back in third is Moga, who's not entirely out of it as they straighten up for the judge. So 3 of them with a winning chance, and all 3 riders pushing and shoving here. Makram Al Khaladiya noses to the front, goes on past Alesia, who looks to be cracking. Moga now off in pursuit down the centre of the track, but has ground to make up. A furlong left to travel, and it is Makram Al Khaladiya over on the far side, leading by 3 to 4 lengths, just wandering out towards the centre of the track, but is holding Moga and Alesia at bay. And Makram Al Khaladiya, the ghostly figure of this almost white filly, is going to come home in front to make a winning start to her career in Arabian racing.